7 Trumpets Prepper. Guys, in this video today, I want to tell you 3 things that will fundamentally change your life. If you do these 3 things, I assure you, you will see positive results, okay? Now, I didn't get these off some post or somebody else's video or something like this. This is from personal experience, okay? This is from 2 years of waking up after your bubbles popped in your own life from a lot of things, all right? The first thing that you can do to fundamentally change your life, okay, is what you put into your body, your building that your literal being is within, all right? Your being. I don't know what the deal is, but I believe at the very top, the world leaders and people at the very, very highest echelons of society are trying to kill us all. I mean, yeah, I know the chemtrail spraying and getting on our food and all that garbage, and that's public knowledge now too, by the way. Actually, it was on CBS News not long ago or something, for those that say that the chemtrail thing's conspiracy theory, right? But literally, like, the GMOs and the toxins and all the garbage that you put in your body, I am telling you, it will fundamentally change your life if you stop doing the soft drinks and the sugars and the carbs and all this garbage and eat fruits, grains, nuts, vegetables. Matter of fact, I've really even dropped off on the meats now. I'm not preaching vegetarianism, because I know people's going to be like, veganism, it's just that's wicked and evil, blah blah. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, seriously, like, my blood pressure, my weight, I've started like shedding pounds. My blood pressure, 120/80-ish, okay, compared to $150. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some days, man, I still have some stressful days. I'm a contractor, do so many other things. High stress, it'll get you up there, all right? But I'm telling you, like, if you find peace and center, balance around what you eat, that's the first thing on the list. I'm telling you, if you do that, that will change your life in a positive way, okay? Sorry, guys, I'm all driving here. Now, keep in mind that a lot of things that says, non-GMO and all this stuff, that doesn't mean that it ain't packed full of sugars and other things. I'm telling you, you really got to read the labels on all this stuff, guys. You can't just let anything just filter through. You've got to really be vigilant. Like, I'll give you an example, then I'm going to go to the other 2 things. Picked up this bottle of aloe vera water the other day, right? The one had like 30 or 40-something% sugars in it. It was ridiculous, like, that you need in a day. The one only had like 4 or 7. That's like, I think, if you drunk the whole bottle. So, and it had mango in it instead. So, see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you've got to be careful with everything you put in. Even though it says health food stuff, doesn't even mean that that's exactly the best thing either. All right. The second thing is, since that you have taken the due diligence to make sure that your health is in order, the second thing to do, and not only with exercise, that's a given, but just literally eating. You can exercise all you want in the world, but what you eat is going to ultimately affect everything, all right? Second thing, if you want to find peace in life, okay, that will fundamentally help change your life, is stop putting yourself in toxic situations, all right? This means that if you're going to go somewhere and you have a drinking problem, and buddy asks you to go to the bar, that's not good. You're going to end up drinking. If you have a problem with getting along with certain people, and they're going to end up being there, and you're going to end up being there, check out. You don't need to go. Just find something else to do. If your job is taxing and sucking your soul dry, the energy in your life, the happiness, just cut them loose. Everybody's like, "Oh, can you do that?" Dude, I'm telling y'all what, years ago, you would have not known the same guy you know now. So I'll tell you, my job sucked. I was like, I'm out. I'm done. And it ain't that I don't want to work. I work 3 jobs now. 2 part-times and full-time for myself. But that's now. And I like all 3 of them. So I don't mind working hard. But people quit their bosses, not their jobs. That is a fact. People work like 30 years on a job, and they change up a new management, and the people's gone. That's not because the employee become bad. That's because that they put bad management in. All right? And it just continues to compile. If you have problems with your family, your friends, heck, it can get into marriages, everything. You just got to be careful about putting yourself in situations. If you people you fellowship with, You try to build them up, and every time you get around them, all they want to do is point out how bad you are, how you failed in life in the past, blah, 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 and they ain't adding value and substance to your life. You don't need them. Matter of fact, I have this new policy. I call it the selfish policy. And you might say, well, we shouldn't be selfish. Oh, I agree. But being selfish policy, the selfish policy I'm talking about being, is that if these people have not done something for you and added value to your life recently, and also, now notice I said and this clause in it, and in the past. So if they haven't done anything to add value to your life recent and over the course of time, and these people are being a vexation in your life constantly, they need to go. And we'll get into that in just a second in the last point. But any situations, okay, any situations that have not added value to your life, but have taxed you mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, they got to go. So, you know, first thing we do here, we'll review real quick. Sit down, look at what we're putting in our body. Is it toxic? Because we are what we eat. That's gonna affect us being able to do anything else. Because it's just like you put bad fuel in your car's gonna break down, right? You put bad parts in your car, it's gonna break down. Second thing is where do you take that vehicle? Because our body is our vehicle, right? So the places we go around, situations we put ourselves in, are just going to do damage to us. Dude, I've done it. That's why I'm making this video right now. It's not because I'm a teacher, pastor, preacher, elder, or deacon to you. It's just because I'm a guy that's went through this. I'm just trying to save your life. Is these toxic situations, stop getting around them. Period. If it ain't adding value to your life, cut it out. Moving on. Number 3, toxic people. This clause, the selfish clause, people say you're selfish whenever you're starting to try to take care of yourself. If you've always catered to everyone's needs, wants, demands, and extortions, and you cut that mess out and you start focusing on you, yourself, and I, then what will happen is people will tell you you're selfish. Good. If you get those responses, you're doing something fundamentally right, because you are cutting out feeding them and feeding your happiness, and that's good. Because anybody that feeds off you and doesn't add value back to you, doesn't add substance to your life, they need to go too. And that goes with the same thing I said about situations, okay? Because let us review real quick. What we fuel our body with is going to affect everything else. What we put our body through, situations, is going to be ultimately affected. And lastly, the people we allow to be in our life or help to put us in situations is going to ultimately affect us drastically over time. So, toxic people, if they are toxic, just get rid of them. Listen, people come in your life, they go out of your life. You come in this world naked, alone, and with nothing. You will leave here naked, alone, and with nothing. You will be judged alone in the last day. So, when you adapt that mentality, and everything else around you is temporary added value, from your husband down, or wife, children, jobs, money, success, status, friends, whatever, all this stuff. When you add all that up and understand that everything is temporary except eternity, then it will help you find a lot more peace with letting go on some of these toxic people. And the rule still applies with them as it does with situations. Is that if it doesn't add value currently, that hasn't done something positively to fundamentally change your life current, and it hasn't fundamentally positively changed your life in the past over a course of time, then these people have not added value to your life. You don't need them. If you positively added to their life again and again and again, you've been emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually available to them and have helped them in a positive way, and yet that has not been reciprocated, you don't need them. These things are draws on your energy. You only have X amount of energy daily. You're only going to have X amount of energy in your life. You're going to only have X amount of days in your life. Only so many times that moon's going to pass over our heads before we're laying in 6 feet of dirt. Okay? Or if you're prefer to be laid in a concrete vault like me, that's where I'd prefer to be. But anyway, so guys, I hope that's a help to you. That's 3 things that if you will take hold of, I promise you, it will start making a positive impact in your life, and it will free you up mentally, emotionally, spiritually, so that you can be more available to yourself, and you can start doing the things that you love, enjoy, that add value to your life, and start being a positive difference into other people's lives that are being that to you. Hope that's helped you. Until we see you again here at 7 Terminals Prepper Channel, guys, as always, I hope you have a most blessed day, and Yahushua.